Yo, and welcome back to the channel. So here we are in Nosy Be, the land of hope and opportunity. So you want to go on holiday to Nosy Be or Diego Suarez? Which one do you pick? Well, I'll tell you what, I know which one the king of Dubai picks. I know which one he picks. Where is he? There he is. I do believe that is the king of Dubai's boat. If not, it's a really close relative to him. He's off to his island, Sakatia, just off Nosy Be. Going to go and have a look at the land he's bought, I should imagine. Got a helicopter on the back normally, I think. You can see a helicopter on the back of there. Lovely, lovely life. So he definitely chooses Nosy Be over Diego. For the rest of us normal guys on the street, well, let's talk about it. First of all, the flights for Diego is internal only, so you need to fly from Tanna to Diego, from Antananarivo to Diego. However, Nosy Be is international, so you can fly anywhere in the world and land in Nosy Be, which is very, very convenient. The roads in Nosy Be, nice new roads. Most of it's got new roads right around all the areas where the tourists are going to go anyway. There is obviously some little side roads which are secondary roads, could do with a bit of love, to be honest with you. However, it's all good. The roads in Nosy Be, they're not bad at all. As for Diego, the roads aren't as good as Nosy Be. There is quite a few potholes in them, but getting from Nosy Be to Diego, the road's good. You can easily get there in a Fiat Panda or a Ford Focus. Could easily get there with no problems whatsoever. 50% of the road is like a Formula 1 track. It's absolutely brand new. Literally, they haven't even put the white lines on it yet. The other 50% are working on it as we speak, and they've literally gravelled the whole lot. The other 50% gravelled, and they've rolled it flat. So it's dusty, but it's flat. Even the road to Romena, off Diego, there's a road which goes to Romena, which is about 30 kilometres away. It's the beach resort for Diego Suarez, basically. It's a very nice little beach resort. I did a video on it last week, Romena, or the week before, and went there for a little trip. It's very small, but there is hotels there, there's bars, there's restaurants. It's very quiet, nice place to take your deck chair, take your book, take your girlfriend, and chillax for a couple of weeks. So there you go. Yeah, but that road was fixed, brand new, the road to Romena from Diego in 2016 when I was living there. They put a brand new road in. So it's smooth as a baby's ass. If you're travelling from the capital to either place, to either Nosy Be or Diego, I would recommend spending the 150 euros, which is expensive, but I'd recommend spending it for a one-way flight to either destination, because believe me, it's worth every cent. It really is. Like the 3-day bus ride to get you to Diego or Nosy Be. Maybe you get lucky and do it in 2, but pretty much it's a 3-day trip on a bus, on a taxi bus. It's a bit of a nightmare, that ride. Like, I've done it many times, and believe me, you'll end up pissing blood for the next couple of days, because your internal organs get bounced around so much that it actually causes problems with blood in your urine. So obviously not the best of things. You can get a private car, probably expensive. Not too sure how much, but it'll be more than the flight cost, more than 150 euros, probably more like 200, 250, I should imagine. So you're probably better off getting a flight. Now, the flights from Tanna can be a bit problematic to get a seat. Sometimes it's hard work, so you are best booking in advance. To book in advance isn't easy either, as far as I'm aware, but you can do it through Madagascar Air, who run all the flights, I think. So you'll have to look into that yourself. But like I say, fly into Nosy Be direct. You can fly in there direct, and it's no problem. If you like kite surfing, if you're into kite surfing, Diego's got plenty of wind to make you happy. It's the top 10 kite surfing destination in the world. So very, very nice area for kite surfing. You can't do any kite surfing here. You can do, I think it's paragliding. You see these guys with the wing flying around in the air, like, you know. So you can do, I think it's paragliding. You can do a parasailing, maybe, one of the two. The one where you can strap an engine to your back and you got like a thin, long parachute above you. But most of these guys, you just run off a hill and then float around. They do it quite a bit here. You can see them quite a lot here doing that. But the kite surfing, yeah, definitely Diego Suarez wins for kite surfing because it's windy. Whereas Nosy Be isn't windy at all. So talking about wind, if you like a breeze, you like a bit of breeze, a bit of fresh air, Diego's the place to be for certain. Like, when it comes to beach life, Nosy Be wins hands down. It really does. Like, Nosy Be's absolutely perfect for beach life. It's got the Ambataloka Beach, which is just over there. Then it's got Maiju Kelly Beach. Then you've got here in front of my house, you've got Manga Bay Beach. You have got another beach called Jamanjari, but it's a bit dirty. It's not really for tourists. And then at the moment, give it 10 years and it'll be perfect for tourists. So if you want to buy land cheap and you're looking to have a beach property, maybe Jamanjari might be a perfect beach to buy land on, because it's very hard to buy land on the beach in the other beach resorts. And if you can find a plot, you're going to pay for it. And it's not in Madagascar, it's in euros or gold bars, one of the two. You've got beaches and further up all the way to Andalana. So lots of beaches to go and enjoy in Nosy Be. Everything's very close by. You can get a little tuk-tuk, badgered, which will take you to the beach anywhere you want, or you can even like book a hotel very close to the beach and you don't even need to use the tuk-tuk, which is good. Obviously Nosy Be, it's a real paradise island. It's beautiful, perfect locations for the beach life, whereas Diego has no beach. It's just got a port area and you can't really put your beach towel down in the port area. It's going to look a bit weird, to be honest with you, so you can't be doing that. As for food, both have some fantastic restaurants. Both Nosy Be and Diego have got some fantastic restaurants. My favourite is probably the Sicilian, an Italian restaurant in Hellville in Nosy Be. But I did enjoy some beautiful restaurants in Diego when I was there. Unfortunately, I don't know the names of them. But if you go there, you'll have to sort it out yourself, work out which are the best ones. Maybe have a look on reviews, maybe, and find out what other people have said about the restaurants. It's kind of a 50-50 on the restaurants, to be honest with you. Like, maybe Nosy Be's got some more restaurants with it being more of a touristy destination. So maybe you'll find more selection of restaurants in Nosy Be than Diego. There's a nice little restaurant in Diego for breakfast, but you got to be fast. You got to be there like 7:30, 8:30. You need to be there before 9 for certain. It's right next to Score, the supermarket in the village. Right next to that, you'll find a little local restaurant. Fantastic, like you're looking like €1.20, €1.50 for your breakfast. Very, very nice indeed. You get some eggs, you get some meat, you get some bread, you can get some fresh fruit juice. Very, very, very nice. Whereas in Nosy Be, you can't really find breakfast restaurants. There isn't really any. There's the Casa Muffo in Hellville, and there's another one in the Ambataloka parking area. There might even be a third one, I think, in Jamanjari possibly. But you can get a little like French continental breakfast there, but a little bit more expensive and not so much. I'd sooner have the one next to Score in the village in Diego myself personally. But there you go. Breakfast isn't a thing really they do in Madagascar. You don't really find sausage, eggs, bacon and beans with some black pudding. It's not really available, which is a bit of a shame because I do like that. Oh, hang on a minute. Have you hit the thumbs up button? You haven't, have you? You forgot. hit that thumbs up button for me, please, and help my channel. That really helps my channel out. So if you can do that, that'd be very nice. Nightlife. Oh, this is what you've all been waiting for, isn't it? The nightlife. Nightlife in both places is fairly similar. The main bar in both places is the Taxi B bar. It's a chain of bars in Madagascar. They've got them in Diego, they've got them in Nosy Be, got them in Antananarivo, and I think there's a couple of other locations where they might have a Taxi B as well. So Taxi B is the main bar. Then you've got in Nosy Be, you've got the Tatty Chris discotheque on a Sunday night. The rest of the time you need to be in Ambataloka, which is about 2 kilometres down the beach from the Tatty Chris. Ambataloka is the main resort for the restaurants, the bars, the nightlife, the partying. It's the main area. That's where you're going to find the Taxi B. Next to that, you're going to find the Afro Bar. And then you're going to find little local bars as well. I think there's a Mason bar, just brand new opened, and there's a few other little bars there. But the main discotheque nightclubs are the Afro Bar and the Taxi B. In Diego Suarez, the main discotheque is the Taxi B, followed by, there's another one on the main road, just up from Score, and it's a hotel. Obviously, everybody knows where it is. I'm sure they can point it out to you. But that second discotheque, it doesn't really get going before midnight. It's pretty quiet. I think people go to Taxi B, and then when they're finished with the Taxi B, they go there till like 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you're into partying and you love early mornings going home, that's the one for you. That'll be the one for you. So they're both fairly similar. The Taxi B bars are fairly similar in both locations. There is a couple of nightclubs in Hellville in Nosy Be. There's a couple of, at least one there. But most of them are just local bars, local bar life. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. It's the same, like, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say one's got better nightlife than the other. I'd say, or maybe I'd say Nosy Be has got better nightlife, slightly better, but 50-50. You're going to enjoy both locations for certain. They're both boss locations. The ladies do ask for a gift, though. If you meet a lady in the bar, they do ask for a gift. They're not just after you because you're beau gosh, because you're good looking. You know what I mean? They're looking for a bit of breakfast money in the morning and stuff, you know what I mean, and the money to get a taxi bus home, sort of thing, you know, or a badgered home. So it's nice to give them a gift of €8 in either destination for the night, or even if you just pop round for a few hours or an hour or something. €8. If you want to take them back to your hotel, it's no problem at all. All the hotels in Madagascar booked by the room, so it's for you and a guest. It's no problems. They will have to give an ID card if it's not like your wife or girlfriend, full-time girlfriend that's moved into the hotel with you. They will have to give an ID card to the gate, to the security at the gate. If I was you, I would take a photograph of their ID card before the security gets hold of it, because they'll keep it for the night and give it back to her in the morning. Mainly for your own security, because if they say they're 19 or something like that, 20 on their ID card, and it turns out it's their big sister's ID card and they're only 17, and the next day the family think, let's get €2,000 off this Vazar and get him deported, they can easily go to the gendarmerie. They know where your hotel room is. Gendarmerie will come and pick you up, and they'll take the money off you. They'll take money off you, and if you're not lucky, you'll move up the chain and be put in prison and deported. So be very careful. Make sure you got a photograph of the ID card at least, yeah, because there are tricks like that. Not often, but it happens, and you don't need it to happen to you. That's for certain. There's lots of young girls in the bars and nightclubs. They don't really check IDs very often, to be honest with you, like they should do on the door. So there is young girls that look like they're 20-year-old, and it turns out they're 15, 16, 17, and you just don't need it. You don't need the hassle. Don't do it. Stay away from them. It's not fair on them. It's not fair on you. It's not good. It's bad. Don't do it. Make sure they're over 18. The legal age of consent in Madagascar is 18. I know it says on the internet it's 14, but that's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. If you want, test it. See what happens. Test it out and see what happens, because it'll go badly wrong for you. Always use protection. Condoms are a must, even though only one girl in 100 will insist that you use a condom, you know. But for their health and your health, it's best to use a condom for certain. There is obviously a lot of these girls are working girls that you're going to meet. They go with foreigners regularly, and I don't know why I'm having to spell this out to grown men, like, but many of you are stupid, really stupid. Like, you know, you come here and you think with your little head instead of your big head, and that's not a clever thing to do. Yeah, because the HIV rates, the rates for other sexually infected diseases, gonorrhea, syphilis, penile warts, whatever it may be, they're through the roof. They're through the roof, like, yeah. So be careful. You can't spot AIDS, yeah. As much as you think you can't spot it. These girls, I know girls that have got HIV, and they look healthy. They look absolutely beautiful. Oh, absolutely stunning. You wouldn't think they had anything wrong with them. But you can get like a tablet where you take every day, and you take it every day, and it stops you from getting AIDS. If you wanted to go commando. Is it commando? Bareback. Bareback, is it bareback? I don't know. If you don't want to use a condom. Make sure your possessions are safe in your room before you go out on a night out. If you're looking to go out on a night out and get a girl, find a new lady to be with for the night, make sure everything's locked away before you even go out. Yeah, because you don't want to risk it. Most girls are lovely girls and they won't steal anything, but you only need one to ruin your whole holiday. You know what I mean? Take your €1,000, or take your passport, or take your cash card, something like that. You know, it's your computer, your phone. It ruins your holiday. So don't do it. Don't do it. Make sure it's all nice and secure. Surprisingly, the ladies in Diego, they do have a different look about them. There's also a lot of bigger girls there. I guess there's no massive money issue in Diego, which is strange, because I'd think that Nosy Be would be a wealthy. Nosy Be is a wealthier place than Diego, I would say. But the girls from Diego have lived in Diego all their life, so there's obviously they've had the last 20 years has been all right, like living in Diego. It's been nice living there. So I'm taking it that a lot of the girls in Nosy Be come from the mainland, from poor villages and stuff like that, and they arrive like skinny and they obviously haven't had the same sort of lifestyle, the same sort of food and milk and vitamins that the Diego girls have had. I'm guessing. And then they come here for the better life. The grass is always greener on the other side, and the green pastures of Nosy Be are good for a good feed. So maybe that's why they come here, to get a good feed. What else have we got? Nosy Be, it's built for tourism. So there's lots of touristy things to do, such as boat trips, fishing trips. You can go to the islands on a boat trip and stay on the other islands for a night or two. You've got like the Cascades. You've got Mount Paso, which gives a view of all the beautiful lakes of Nosy Be, and also the sea view and all the rest. Very, very nice. Whereas Diego's not really that touristy. It's not that touristy destination. It's a place where you go to relax, enjoy life, eat well, go to the party, and if you want to do the beach, you can go to Romania. What else have we got? I've done a little list so I can make sure I get everything. Oh, hang on a minute. Have you You haven't hit the thumbs up button. Why not? Get that hit that thumbs up button. Come on, pal, help me out. There's also waterfalls. There's a couple of waterfalls. There's another one in Jamanjari. I've never actually been there, but I've heard like you can walk there. It's a little bit of a walk, whereas the one in Diego Heli in Nosy Be, you can drive pretty much all the way there with just some steps to get down. You've also got quad bike trips in both destinations. They're not cheap though. You're talking €50 or something, maybe more for a quad bike trip. So not cheap, but good fun. And if you're just doing it the one time, it's not so bad. Hang on a second, mate. As for cost of living, hotels, restaurants, and most things in general, Diego is 25% cheaper, I'm guessing. So it does save you a little bit of money, Diego. So which place wins? I would go with Nosy Be, as it's a fly-in destination with everything from hotels, bars, nightlife, and beaches all on your doorstep. But if you're staying for a month or more, I'd fly into Nosy Be and then stay for a third of my holiday, and then go to Diego by bus or private car for a third of my holiday. It probably takes about 8 hours in a taxi bus. It's not so bad, not so bad a trip. And then back to Nosy Be for the final third of my destination. As for costs of your holiday, ooh wee, this isn't cheap. Like, this isn't cheap. This is a quality destination to come to. Obviously, the food, the restaurants, the drinks, the ladies, the beach boys. If you're a lady and you're looking for a man, there's plenty of men knocking about. It's exactly the same for you ladies. Don't you worry, we're not forgetting about you. However, if you're coming on your own, I would probably guess your flight is likely to cost €1,200. Accommodation's likely to be €300 to €1,000 a month. Food and drink for a month is likely to be €800. If you've got a partner, Madagascar girlfriend, probably you're looking another €300 a month for a full-time girlfriend to feed her and keep her happy. Day trips, transport, and other stuff, probably for a month, €300. So you're looking for a 1 month stay in Madagascar, you're looking at €2,700 to €3,600. If you want a 2 month stay, it's going to be a little bit cheaper because obviously your flight gets divided a bit. You're looking €4,150 to €4,300. If you're staying for 3 months, it's going to cost you €5,800. That's my estimate, that's what I reckon, and that's what it's about. So, me personally, I like Nosy Be. Everything's on my doorstep. It's perfect, but I do like to go tanga. I do like to go walkabout, and Diego, whoo, it's just round the corner. It's very, very nice. Just 270 kilometers away. Perfect. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a sub. See you in the next video.